All right, so I'm going to take a moment to just kind of talk you through, what I went through today. So I live in New York City, and I work a full-time job as an administrative assistant. And I was really having a case of the Tuesdays. I guess the case of the Mondays slipped into the Tuesdays. And I swear, like, I woke up, my alarm went off, and I just kept hitting snooze until I was running late. I got to my job. I was just dealing with all of this pressure and all of this stress, and it really was starting to get me down to the point where it was starting to be visible. So much that my boss pulled me aside and had a mini meeting with me, and he kind of, I started to tear up a little bit about how stressed out I was and everything, and he said to me, well, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I said, as a full-time health and fitness coach. Right to my boss's face. So with that in mind, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Davina. As I had mentioned, I live in New York City. I work full-time as an administrative assistant, but I am also a Beachbody coach. I've been a Beachbody coach for about 2 years, almost 2 years now. I am at the Ruby rank, which means that I'm not full-time yet, but I am well on my way to being there. So I'm very excited to tell you guys a little bit about my journey with this and how far I've come and how far I continue to go. So I'm going to attempt to share my screen with you. I'll do the entire screen, I guess. Okay, can you guys see my screen? If I go like this? You guys see my screen, right? Give me a nod. I mean, I'm moving it around right now, but I just want to make sure. Okay, Michelle sees it. All right, great. So I'm gonna I'm gonna go ahead and share my presentation with you. So we call this the evolution of a girl boss. What's going on? Hey, there we go. I have started my own team called the Fierce Force. So that's kind of my little girl boss ladder that I'm working up. So basically, here's my story. I was overweight for almost 20 years, which is most of my life. I'm only 26. And, I could do a whole separate 7-hour call about my story on my own. I was bullied. I grew up with depression and self-esteem issues. And to boil it all down, I just wanted to fit in. I got to a point where I was dyeing my hair different colors, and I got contacts as soon as I was old enough, and I wanted to, just get straight A's and be part of everything that everyone else was a part of, just because I wanted people to like me, and I wanted people to think that I was a valuable person. And honestly, it's no way to live. It's very, very depressing to go about your business that way. I had absolutely no sense of self-worth. And it wasn't until I had a life-altering moment in which my grandmother had passed away, and it kind of opened my eyes and made me realize that, I've only got one life, and I'm currently wasting it by just, sorry, I'm getting distracted by my screen. I'm wasting it by comparing myself to other people and, just making myself feel like I was not a valuable person. So instead of punishing myself and trying to take extreme measures to fix myself, which was what I was doing when I was about 13 years old, I put myself on the Atkins diet like I had any clue. Instead of doing that, I decided, you know what, I'm just going to take some time to learn to love myself. And I don't care how long it takes, I just want to take care of myself. And so around this same time, I saw an infomercial for a program called Turbo Jam. And this was before the Zumba days. This was before the craze of dance workouts, where I saw this woman on TV, and her name was Chalene Johnson, and these people were exercising, which was so foreign to me. I didn't want to exercise. Why would I do that? That's weird. But these people were fit and happy, and they were having fun. And if I was going to change my life, and if I was going to pursue a better life for myself, then this might have have been just the right path for me. So my mother had surprised me with the DVD set, and the rest is kind of history. I mean, I was also running and doing other things as well, but Turbo was my one true love from the get-go. And so much that I became a hashtag Turbo Girl, and I found out that Chalene Johnson was coming to the East Coast just for an event, and I said, you know what, I don't care what I'm doing, I am going. I have to go meet Chalene Johnson and tell her how I've lost 50 pounds because of her influence. So I got my butt up to New York City, and I attended my very first Turbo Kick event, and that is where I met somebody special by the name of Meredith. Meredith was, you know, she was right behind me in line, and we were standing there to get pictures with Chalene, and we were both by ourselves. So she had turned to me and said, "Hey, do you want to be phone buddies? If you take my photo, I'll take your photo." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, of course." So then from there, we had to add each other on Facebook in order to tag each other in the photos. And from that point, I started watching Meredith on my newsfeed, and she was talking about how, you know, she was a coach and she was doing all these programs and taking care of herself, and, you know, she was quitting her job to help people more independently. And I thought, huh, can I do this? I mean, I love Turbo Jam so much, I'm telling everybody about it. Why am I not getting paid for it? You know, and I kind of had a little bit of reservations because my journey wasn't over. I still had a long way to go, not just on my body, but also on my self-esteem. But I realized that, you know, this was kind of something that I could consider. You know, I had a passion for helping people. I was doing so without getting paid to do it. I also had accountability for my own goals in being a coach, right? Like, if I'm going to be helping people, I should help myself first and lead by example. And then finally, this last pinpoint was that I was a theater major in college, and I love theater very much. It's a very big part of my life, and I've grown so much from my studies. But I kind of I went to school for something that interested me, and it kind of was just a struggling career path to choose. And, you know, I really could have used a little bit of extra money, not at the time, but always. So January 2014, I decided to say, you know, why the heck not? And I signed on as a coach with Team Takeover. So comes my aha moment, right? I was the customer service queen, mostly because, you know, I have a theater degree, I'm a people person, I can do simple work. Customer service was my fate. But in doing so, you know, I've had administrative jobs, I've had retail jobs, I've had waitressing jobs. All the time, I felt like this sense of working for the man. And, you know, I have had a job since I was 16 years old, and I have busted my butt at every single job that I had, but it never felt like it was for personal growth. It always felt like, oh, it's to please my boss, or oh, it's to please my supervisor, or oh, maybe, you know, in one way or another, I was benefiting somebody else. And after a while, it just gets tiring, you know, you want a sense of purpose. And I was forced to be in these draining work environments, you know, on my feet all day, inconsistent hours, just, you know, always running around like a lunatic. And I just felt like I was giving so much of myself to something that it didn't really mean that much to me. So I decided that something needed to change, and that something was me. I needed to stop playing it safe. I needed to stop questioning what was, you know, why is this my fate, and why, you know, why don't I deserve better for myself? And it's like, well, if you don't think that you deserve better for yourself, then you should probably fight for better, right? And I realized that fitness and nutrition and helping others was the one constant thing in my life, not only that I was participating in, but that I also loved, and I loved to do. And this last note right here, Beachbody saved my February. By that I mean, there was a time when I was working retail, and if any of you are familiar with any form of retail, you know that there's a period right after the Christmas season where business just dies. You know, it just goes dead until about right before Easter. And so in that, my hours were cut. And for me, this is panic because I live on my own in New York City. I have rent to pay. I have other bills to pay. I am $12,000 in student loan debt. I have to feed myself somehow. I was just so stressed out and so overwhelmed by the fact that my paycheck was cut pretty much in half. And so I had a moment where I said, okay, well, I have a Beachbody paycheck coming on Thursday. Let's see how much it is. And I'll never forget because the amount that I was paid through Beachbody matched almost exactly my utility bill that was due that I was stressing over and thought I would struggle to pay. So in that moment of having just my purpose and my paycheck align, I was just kind of like, why am I doing anything else? This is the aha moment that I was looking for. And, I deserve a lot more moments like that. So I'm beginning to reframe my success, from feeling undervalued and overworked to just feeling like I'm given 24 hours today and I'm spending it every minute of it doing something that I feel like I deserve to do. And instead of going through the motions and just paying my bills and dying, I'm finally feeling good, and I'm finally feeling like I have time freedom. Financially strapped to financial freedom, like I said, I didn't think I had that utility bill that month, and voila, I did. And it's just because I've been helping people consistently. This one bugs me a lot. My future in someone else's control. As I was kind of mentioning, my work is always benefiting somebody else. It's time for it to start benefiting me. And in that, I'm building meaningful relationships. I'm connecting with people that I've either lost touch with, or I'm just getting to know new people and just figure out what their needs are and how I can help them. And the standard of living pay increase, and this pisses me off too, is like once every year, you're decided, oh, maybe I'll get a raise by my performance. No, I'll give myself a raise when I feel like I deserve one. How about that? So the unlimited earning potential is just out of this world. There are so many people that I look up to that make an unlimited amount of money, and it's because they lead their businesses with their heart, and that's what I feel like I deserve to do. So a big part of being a coach and pursuing this business is to know your why. And your why should be personal and true to you. And for me, my why is that I'll never take my self-love for granted. I spent the last 20 years of my life feeling so depressed and feeling like a failure and feeling like I never had anything to offer the world. And now that I am this person and I am so, so happy, I want everyone else to feel this way. I don't want anyone to live a single second of their life feeling like they don't deserve to be the person that they are, because I'm a totally different person, and I want this happiness for somebody else, in that I'm paying it forward. And then, as I kind of suggested earlier, this is for my future. I want to build a life that I'm proud of and a life that I deserve, and I know that I can just feel it in my heart that this is the path that I belong on. So the mindset makeover. I want to build a life of my dreams, but I have a lot of fears about doing that. As I had mentioned, I support myself totally financially. So pursuing any sort of path that's off the paved road is always a big risk. And for me especially, there's a giant fear of failure. What if I'm not good enough to do this? What if I can't make this work for myself? And I'm stepping outside of what I was raised to what I was raised to think was the typical career path for someone, I guess. I don't know. You go to school, you get a job, you work at that job for how many amount of years, and then you retire and you have your happy life then. But why can't I have my happy life now, right? So it's definitely not something that my family was brought up on. So it's very difficult for me to kind of maneuver this path on my own. But all that being said, your thoughts create your reality. And my reality is that I'm creating a situation that I could never leave. So if I just keep doubting myself and I keep thinking, well, yes, but no, then the answer is always going to be no. At least if I'm moving forward a little bit, I'm trying and I'm on the path that I want to be, and I'm failing forward and I'm making progress. And finally, why not me? So many people make not just the Beachbody opportunity work, but their own dreams work for them. So why can't I do this for myself? And then in this is sharing my authentic self, and this is what really connects me to other people. Because, anyone can say that they've lost 50 pounds, but it's all about the person that went through that process. And, I didn't want people to know that I didn't have it all together. I just wanted people to know that I was the success story. But guess what? No one has it all together, and people really connect with anyone who's willing to be vulnerable and willing to put their struggles out there. And I had this slide up to kind of show what I went through in my body transformation. Is that you lose 50 pounds, your body changes, you get loose skin, you get stretch marks, you get you can pick away at your flaws until the end of the day, and you've lost 50 pounds. You know what I mean? Like and a lot of people struggle with these little cosmetic blemishes, if you will, and I just want them to know that they're not alone. And being real and being honest and approaching with integrity brings the right people into my life, and it just makes me feel even more connected to my purpose and sharing my story with other people. And as far as working for Beachbody goes, we're not slowing down anytime soon, you guys. We have the most innovative programs on the market that come out. The 21-day fix with the simple fitness and simple eating, that I tell people all the time, I wish I would have had that program 4 years ago when I was trying to teach myself how to eat bread without eating too much bread. You know what I mean? Like, it's just it's portion control, and it's food groups, and it's just, it's so simple to follow, and it's made an amazing impact on my life, and I've already lost a big amount of weight. And then another thing too is that so many people are concerned about, well, I'm too busy. I'm one of those people. I barely have a minute to myself with working and just running all over the city like a maniac. So a lot of the programs that come out now, we have Insanity Max 30, we have Focus T25, we have P90X3, 21-Day Fix even. These are all programs based for that person that doesn't think they have the time, and it's just another answer to say, well, yes, you do. If you're willing to commit and take care of yourself, you can get it done, and you can get it done quickly, and it won't be easy, but it will sure be worth it. And then we also have probably what has been a big development over the past few years is Beachbody On Demand, the Netflix for workouts, as we like to say. It is just mind-blowing, the amount of information and the value of what Beachbody On Demand is. Just for a simple, it's $40 every 3 months. What's that, like $2-3 a week? It's just an extraordinary amount for what you're paying, and it's just unbelievable. And of course, we have the big names like Insanity and Turbo Fire there as well. Turbo Fire is my soulmate workout. I'm not even going to talk about it because I won't be able to stop talking about it. And so, of course, the big nutrition component of them all is Shakeology. And a lot of people will say, well, what is Shakeology? Shakeology, it doesn't want to fall into the trap of a protein shake or just another weight loss meal replacement shake, because it's the nutrition shake first and foremost. The weight loss is a desired side effect compared to all of the other things that happen to your body. It's chock full of vitamins and adaptogen herbs and prebiotics and probiotics, and basically all of that just means that your body is getting nutrition that it has never known was possible to have, and it has missed so much. And it's clinically proven to reduce cholesterol. I have a high school friend who has reduced her cholesterol with this Shakeology. Reduced blood sugar. My mom has type 2 diabetes, and she relies on Shakeology to keep herself regulated. My aunt has lost 30 pounds in 2 months as a post-bariatric patient with Shakeology. Like this is legit stuff, and so many people just don't understand the value of it. And I love this little image here because it's, you can get a Big Mac meal for $5.19 and look at all of the garbage you're giving yourself. Whereas if you just stick to Shakeology for $4 a day, you get an amazing amount of protein, an amazing amount of fiber, and just vitamins and all these good, feel-good nutrients that it's like, why wouldn't you do this? So yeah, I'm a great big fan of Shakeology, and I think it's a wonderful tool for anyone who has health and fitness goals to rely on. And as I kind of said with a couple slides ago, Beachbody is growing. We've made our first international expansion into Canada. One of our coaches on our team is a Canadian coach, and I'm sure there's more popping up. I just have one burned into my brain because we did training together. But yeah, we're moving on into Canada. Rumor has it we're going to be going overseas. God, I hope that's true. But yeah, as you can see, year after year after year, there is steady growth happening, and we're just going to keep getting bigger. We're going to keep helping people reach their health and fitness goals and just take better care of their lives, and I'm just so super excited to be a part of it right now while everything is fully developing. So who can be a coach? Well, the answer is anyone and anyone. First here we have Anna. She's my soul sister from Chicago. She's 27 years old, and she's a full-time graphic designer, but she is also my success partner, and what that means is that we check in with each other to stay on track with our business goals. So I work full-time, she works full-time. We don't let our full-time work get in our way of our goals that we've set. Another good example of a coach is my mom, Marianne. As I was saying, she is mostly she's a coach mostly for the Shakeology discount because it has helped her so much, and she has it for breakfast every day, and she's just she's really thrilled to get it, and she's thrilled to get it at a lower price and be able to offer it to some of her best friends at a lower price too. So go, Mom. And then we have Nick and Kate Toko. They corrected me when I met them last time. It's Toko, not Taco. They live in Wisconsin. They're a married couple. They have 4 children, and they both have full-time jobs as well. I believe Kate runs a senior center, and then Nick is a consultant, but they are also coaches, and they like to get their kids involved in family workouts, and their videos are always so fun. And then finally we have our beautiful, wonderful Jackie. She's in her 30s. She's a West Virginia sweetheart, and she's an infertility warrior. By changing her life with just taking care of herself with T25 and Shakeology, she has been able to break her infertility battle of over 7 years, and she is now pregnant, and I cry every time I think about it. So I'm so happy to know her, and I'm so happy to be able to call her a fellow coach. Okay, so what do coaches do then? Basically, we are just sharing our own health and fitness journey on social media. We are proof that the products work. So basically, it's kind of what I was talking about when I was 50 pounds heavier and I was starting to lose weight with Turbo Jam, and all of my friends were saying, hey, how are you losing weight? And I would say, oh, Turbo Jam. That's basically all a coach does. And then we just kind of network with other people and invite them to join us in our challenge groups, or just helping them get set up with a program. We connect people with the right fitness and nutrition programs for them. So if I get, this big dude who's into weightlifting and what have you, I probably wouldn't recommend Turbo Fire. I'd probably steer him more towards Body Beast or P90X or anything of that nature. And then what we do is we set up online accountability groups called challenge groups. They're private groups on Facebook where we all we have a tiny little network of people exercising together and motivating each other and just keeping each other accountable to the goals. And we also recruit and mentor new coaches, and this is kind of where I am in my stage. I feel very confident in my ability as a leader and as a coach to just everyday clients, that now I kind of want to set myself up to be a mentor and to be a go-to person for new coaches who are starting out. So how do coaches make money? We make money, of course, through direct sales commissions. We make about a 25% commission on everything that we sell. However, there's also this fun little thing called team cycle bonuses, or a passive income. It's basically it's based on how many people not only you help, but also your team helps. So the better your performance of the team, the better you all feel the financial gain. And this grows exponentially and over time and with effort, and it's absolutely amazing. Sometimes my paychecks just blow me away with like, really? I was able to do this much? And another big thing to note is that this is not a pyramid design by any means. A lot of people say, oh, it's a pyramid scheme, blah, blah, blah. But here's the thing. In order to be a pyramid scheme, the person above you always has to benefit from your progress, and that's really not true. The person underneath me could run miles past me. They could make so much more money than I do, you know? So it's really not a pyramid scheme in that sense of, you know, just always having to build up the person ahead of you. If you want to make $1 million tomorrow, if you worked hard enough, you might be able to do that. So yeah, just quiet those pyramid fears, because that is not the case here. So if you're thinking everything that I've shared is a good idea, well, how do we get started? What's the commitment? Basically, to start, you want to try to put in about 3 to 5 hours a week. There is a lot of information to obtain and just a lot to learn about what we do. So I wouldn't be too hard on yourself too quickly, but what you put in, you will get back. This is a totally effort-based type of job. As I was saying, my mom is a Shaco discount coach. She does absolutely no commission sales whatsoever. But in that case, she doesn't really make commission, and she's okay with that. But if you want to build up toward that financial freedom, you will have to put in a little bit more effort. So of course, as we were saying, be a product of the product. You can get a coach challenge pack, which is any workout program of your choice, and this is a great way to build up your library. If you've ever had your eye on something and thought, I might want to try that someday, this is a great time to do it. Or you could always also go for the, there's a new challenge pack involving Beachbody On Demand, and that'll give you a whole slew of programs just for one price of $140. And then you'll also want to bring in that Shakeology order as well, just because, you know, if it can benefit so many people in your life, you want to feel the firsthand effects of those benefits. And then also, if you choose the challenge pack, your coach enrollment fee is waived. Usually there's a $40 enrollment fee otherwise, but if you commit to a workout program in Shakeology, you end up saving the $40 fee. So month 2, the cost is seriously just $15.95, and that runs 3 of your websites for you. That's your coach website, that's your Shakeology website, and that's there's another one. I think it's the Ultimate Reset website. So basically, you know, you don't have to set up a website if you don't want to. Beachbody will set one up for you, and all you have to do is pay $15.95 for that. And then also, you'll want to get your Shakeology Home Direct, so you not only save on shipping, but then it also will be given to you at the 25% coach discount. And also, a big thing to mention is the military discount is absolutely fee-free. You don't pay the $15 fee. You don't pay the $40 sign-up fee. It's, you know, you're basically getting benefits and discounts on Shakeology and programs without having to pay anything forward. So that's a really great opportunity to take advantage of if you're in the military, or if you're a military spouse or military girlfriend, anything like that. So your first 60 days as a coach, I'm here to help you and support you, and if not me, you will have an upline, or the person you sign up with. They will be hosting a 14-day new coach apprenticeship. So basically, that's just your Beachbody business basics and how to network on social media without being annoying. And this was one thing I was really, really concerned about, but honestly now I don't really care all that much. And finding and sharing your stories. So the first 10 to 15 minutes that I spent talking about my struggles and how I got here, you'll learn how to do that for your own story. And you don't need a 50-pound weight loss to have a story, you guys. Not everyone's a 50-pound weight loss success, right? So then we have our 30-day targeted accountability group. So again, that is your very first challenge group that you'll be participating and helping to host. And then also you'll get one-on-one mentorship with me or your upline of your choice. And that's basically just kind of one-on-one defining your goals, defining what effort you are able to put into your business and what you would like to achieve for your business. Training with over 10 coaches in the top 2% of the company. This is huge, you guys. Team Triceps, which is kind of like our grandmother team, is unbelievable. We're led by an elite coach. We have so many premier star diamonds in there. You will learn from the best of the best. And also by attending corporate training and events. We have a quarterly event called Super Saturday where they pop up in pretty much anywhere. So you can find one that's local to you to attend and meet up with some more coaches and learn about the exciting things that are to come for our company. And there's a need. There's a huge need for people like you. You may think, oh, well, you know, there's already so many coaches that are so much more successful than I am. Well, here's what I want you to do. I want you to walk out the door, and I want you to go to the nearest McDonald's, and I want you to pick out 5 people there that you think could use your help, because they're there. The U.S., Canadian, and Latin American populations are not getting healthier on their own, and the best time to start is right now. So the next steps, you're welcome to speak to me. I'm on Instagram at Flab2Fierce. My email address is flab2fierce@gmail.com, and then I'm on facebook.com/flab2fierce is my like page. Again, I'm the CEO of the Fierce Force, and I've got my team building up slowly, and I'd be happy to continue to add more people to it. And I'm just going to leave you with this final thought. If you don't build your own dream, someone else will hire you to help build theirs. All right? So I'm going to unshare my screen. It looks like it's going to take a minute. Are we still on? Yeah? So do you guys have any questions for me? No? Cool. All right, so then I'm going to go ahead and log off. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I had a lot of fun talking to you guys, and again, feel free to contact me. I'm all over the social media. I'm very easy to find. I'm the one that's dancing on your news feed. So, all right, have a great night, you guys.